Exceptional forward wants to join Liverpool, but ArneSlot faces a race against time. MohamedSalah makes cheeky plea for KevinDeBruyne transfer as Manchester City exit looms. Exclusive. Matheus Cunha chooses Liverpool, Newcastle, or Manchester City based on salaries. Welcome, my fellow fan. Let's dive into today's updates. Young French talent RayanCherki is interested in a move to Liverpool, but the Reds must act quickly if they want to secure the Lion star's signature. According to Give Me Sport, the 21-year-old sees Anfield as his preferred destination, though ArneSlot's side faces strong competition, particularly from Tottenham Hotspur. Cherki has emerged as one of League One's standout young players and is enjoying a fantastic 2024-25 season. Playing mainly as a winger, he has scored 12 goals and provided 19 assists in 43 matches for Rayan. His contract runs until the summer of 2026 and includes a release clause estimated at £19 million. The report states that Cherki's desire is clear. He wants to wear the Liverpool shirt. However, despite his preference, the Merseyside club is still evaluating other options, including Bayer Leverkusen's attacking midfielder Florian Wirtz, which forces Cherki to remain patient while awaiting a decision. Liverpool views Cherki as a viable alternative to Wirtz, but must act swiftly to avoid losing him to a Premier League rival. Tottenham, for instance, has renewed its interest and is currently the Reds' main competitor for the Frenchman's signing. In addition to the London club, Cherki's representatives have also reached out to other English giants such as Arsenal, Manchester United, Chelsea, and Aston Villa. Nevertheless, it is Tottenham that poses the biggest threat to Liverpool's plans, having intensified negotiations this month. French expert Martin Mosnier of TNT Sports has previously described Cherki as exceptional, stating in July 2023 that he could become the next Eden Hazard if he moved to the Premier League. With such high expectations and recent performances, the growing interest in the young player comes as no surprise. Despite all the speculation, Cherki himself remains cautious when discussing his future. In a recent interview with Metro when asked about a potential departure, he said, "I don't know. In any case, I know I gave everything for the club. I did all I could for Rayan. This is a club I will never forget, and that will always stay in my heart. I stayed when many players left," he added. "Today I have no regrets. Whatever happens, I'll give everything until the last minute for the club. I'll try to enjoy myself, bring some joy to my friend Alex Lacazette. He deserves it. After that, we'll see." The summer transfer window promises to be hectic, and if Liverpool wants to secure the promising talent of RayanCherki, ArneSlot and the board must act swiftly before Tottenham or another competitor seals the deal. MohamedSalah surprised Premier League fans by publicly praising Kevin De Bruyne's career at Manchester City, and, with good humor, suggested there's room for the Belgian midfielder at Liverpool should he choose to remain in England after leaving the Citizens. At 33, De Bruyne recently announced he will leave Manchester City at the end of the season, closing a 10-year chapter at the club. Since arriving in 2015 from Wolfsburg, the Belgian has built an incredible legacy. 6 Premier League titles, 1 Champions League, 2 FA Cups, and numerous individual awards that cemented him as one of the best midfielders of the modern Premier League era. However, his final years at City were marred by recurring injuries that limited his time on the pitch. Still, his tactical influence, vision, and technical quality remained unquestioned. In an interview with former player Gary Neville on Sky Sports, Salah was full of praise. "I want to congratulate him on his career. He did a phenomenal job at City and was great for the league." Then, with a smile, the Egyptian star joked, "If he wants to stay in the Premier League, there's a spot for him at Liverpool." Salah's comment, though playful, caused a stir among fans, especially given the intense rivalry between Liverpool and Manchester City. Seeing De Bruyne at Anfield would be surprising and intriguing. Before his official farewell, the Belgian still has a chance to win one last title with City in the FA Cup final against Crystal Palace. In an emotional farewell on social media, De Bruyne thanked the club, the city, and the fans, highlighting that he experienced an unforgettable and victorious decade in Manchester. He continued with heartfelt gratitude, showing the strong connection he built with the club and the city. "Surrey, Rome, Mason, Michelle, and I are extremely grateful for what this place has meant to our family. Manchester will forever be in our children's passports, and more importantly, in each of our hearts. This will always be our home. We have no words to thank the city, the club, the staff, the teammates, the friends, and the family for this 10-year journey. Now, with new manager ArneSlot taking over at Liverpool, speculation about major signings is gaining momentum. Salah's comment, even as a joke, leaves fans wondering, and you, Liverpool fan, would you welcome KevinDeBruyne to Anfield to strengthen the midfield under ArneSlot? Matheus Cunha, Brazilian forward for Wolverhampton, is at the center of an intense battle between Premier League giants, and his decision on his next club is expected to be heavily influenced by the wages offered. The information was revealed by former Newcastle player Chris Waddle in an exclusive interview with Football Insider. Cunha is now one of the most sought-after names in the English market after an impressive season, scoring 15 goals and providing 7 assists, even while playing for a mid-table club. His versatility, tactical intelligence, and ability to turn difficult plays into real opportunities have made Cunha one of the league's most valuable forwards. With several clubs in need of attacking power, Liverpool, Arsenal, Manchester City, and Newcastle have all set their sights on the Wolves' number 12. However, as Waddle points out, Newcastle may struggle to compete financially with its rivals. The Premier League's financial fair play rules limit the club's flexibility, as it still seeks to establish itself consistently at the top of the table. Furthermore, the lack of Champions League football is a drawback in negotiations, as players of Cunha's caliber usually prioritize clubs competing in Europe's top tournaments. Waddle was blunt. All these players want to play in the Champions League. Cunha will look at the club, the city, and try to understand if the sporting project ranks among the league's top 4 or 5. He doesn't want to be in a relegation battle. According to him, even if Newcastle's project has potential, the financial factor could be decisive. The final question will be, can the club pay Liverpool-level, Arsenal-level, Manchester City-level wages? Because those clubs will certainly go after him too. Liverpool, the recent Premier League champions and now under the guidance of manager ArneSlot, appears as one of the most likely destinations. With efficient financial management that allowed the club to spend little in the last window, the Reds enter the market with greater flexibility and the ability to offer both sporting prestige and financial stability. Reports from Mick Brown indicate that Cunha is open to the idea of playing for the Anfield side, further strengthening this possibility. On the side of Manchester City and Arsenal, the promise of competing for domestic and international titles, along with the ability to offer high salaries, makes both direct and dangerous rivals in this race. Waddle concluded that, although the sporting project matters, in the end, money talks. If someone offers more than the others, Cunha is likely to take the best financial deal. With all these factors at play, Matheus Cunha's decision won't be easy. It will represent more than a simple club switch. It will define the next major step in a career on the rise. And Liverpool, with its solid structure and a new manager ready to start a new cycle, stands out as one of the most attractive options in this scenario. Thank you very much for watching until the end. See you next time.